The present video is for understanding regarding the content uniformity, that is CU, uniformity of weight, UOW, uniformity of dosage units, that is UDU. This test is required to ensure that every tablet, every capsule or every dose of the formulation is complying to the quality, complying to the label claim. You might be knowing about the assay. So assay is the label claim amount is present in the dosage form or not. Then CU is the test to demonstrate that every dosage unit is containing the exact amount of the drug as per the label claim. I have made separate video where I have compared assay and CU. So this video is for comparing, or this video is regarding the three terminologies: CU, UOW, UDU, or Uniformity of Dosage units you can say, or UOD you can say. Some people refer it as UOD. So welcome dear viewers to this informative video. Many of the times these terminologies are confusing to the professionals, so I thought to make the video. Let's start with the introduction. So link is there between the CU, UOW and UOD. Why CU and uniformity of weight are important? Every tablet capsule must deliver the correct amount of the API, correct amount of the drug substance, and it is directly related to the safety and efficacy. It ensures consistent product quality and the therapeutic effect. So to maintain the patient safety by avoiding the less dose or high dose, that is underdose or overdose, these tests are important. These tests help to demonstrate that the manufacturing process control and batch uniformity. By showing the data of these testing, the manufacturer demonstrate that the batch is meeting the required quality parameters and the formulation meets the regulatory requirements and can deliver the exact dose. What is content uniformity? So CU checks whether each unit contains the right amount of API. The API content in unit or each unit should be between 85 to 115% of the label claim. Confirms that API is evenly distributed throughout the batch. C. Assay testing is done to evaluate that the batch contains the exact amount of API or not. But CU gives you understanding about each unit is containing the exact amount of API or not. Because if you are making a batch of, let's say, 2 lakhs tablets or 5 lakhs tablet, 10 lakh tablet, and you are doing pooled sampling for the assay and checking, and that uh, batch is meeting the assay criteria. But what is the surety that each unit is containing the right amount? So for that, these testings are required, like content uniformity and uniformity of the dosage units. So especially these testings are important for the low dose formulations, potent drugs, where small variations can affect the safety and efficacy. But don't consider that high dose formulations are not required to perform this test. All the formulations are required to demonstrate the assay, CU, and uniformity of the dosage units and the weight variation also. Generally, weight variation test it is done in the in process activity. Also, it is done onto the finished formulations. So, uniformity of weight. Let's consider this. Uniformity of weight ensures that each tablet or capsule has a consistent total weight. That means your process is robust. It reflects process precision during manufacturing, like tablet compression or capsule filling. And it is an indirect indicator of uniformity but does not measure the API content directly. For example, the tablet strength is 100 mg and tablet weight is 200 mg. That means 50% of the API is present in that tablet. If you do the uniformity of weight, it complies to the requirements. So you cannot guarantee that each tablet uh, is meeting the uniformity of weight, but it is meeting the content uniformity. It is not a guarantee or it is not a surety. So content uniformity is required. A significant weight variation could suggest issues in the powder flow, issues in the machine parameters, issues in the filling or compression. So during the in-process weight variation test or uniformity of weight is important. Relationship between the CU and uniformity of weight. So CU and UOW are related closely, but they assess the different properties. Like CU is the chemical uniformity, that is MBI amount in the formulation. UOW is the physical uniformity, that is uniformity of the weight or uniformity of the mass or mass consistency or weight consistency. In European pharmacopoeia, this test is called as uniformity of mass, and in some of the other pharmacopoeias like US, USP, it is called as weight variation test. For high dose and homogeneous formulations, consistent weight usually means consistent API content, but it is not a surety. For low dose or low content APIs, weight uniformity cannot guarantee uniformity of API distribution. Hence, CU testing is very essential. Guideline for these testings are USP 905 for CU may be replaced by weight variation if API content in the formulation is equal to or around 25 mg or 25% of the total weight. For example, 100 mg tablet contains 25 mg of the API. CU remains mandatory for low dose products, but nowadays regulatory bodies are asking content uniformity test for all the products, so you cannot skip the CU test. As per PHUR, similar criteria as USP, UOW can substitute CU only for high dose uniform formulations. Here also I want to suggest, based on my experience, that CU testing should be done. You should not omit it. As per ICH Q6A, both CU and UOW are recognized as critical quality attributes to ensure the dose uniformity. So now the new terminology came, that is dose uniformity. In this slide, I have included this dose uniformity term. As per WHO, CU testing required for low dose products. Once again, I want to inform you, let you know that you should not omit CU testing on whatever product you are working. Acceptance criteria for CU, each dosage unit should be within 85 to 115% of the label claim. So if you have a tablet containing 100 mg of the API, each unit should contain the API between 85 mg to 115 mg. Acceptance value, that is AV value, must be below 15. For uniformity of weight, different pharmacopoeias have different criteria. I have included example here. Below 130 mg, 7.5% deviation for the weight. If formulation weight or tablet or capsule weight, fill weight content is 130 to 324 mg, 5% variation can be allowed. If the formulation weight, average weight is more than 324 mg, 3% is permitted deviation. Practical understanding: high dose tablet, low dose tablet, potent drugs. High dose tablets like 500 mg paracetamol, UOW can give you the UOW often ensures uniformity. CU testing can be waived, but do not omit it. Low dose tablets, 1 mg or 5 mg drugs, CU testing is required. Potent drugs, CU testing is required. So key takeaways, like CU measures API uniformity in each unit, UOW measures physical consistency of the manufacturing process. CU and UOW are connected but not interchangeable in all the cases. For low dose formulations, CU is mandatory. For high dose homogeneous formulations, UOW can serve as supportive and substitutive test. Both CU and UOW are critical for ensuring the dose accuracy, for product consistency and product safety. It depends onto the formulation whether you are going for the uniformity of weight or not, but as per my experience, perform CU for all the products for the scale ups and EBs. Content uniformity, uniformity of weight, as we have learned from the previous slides, this is a table for your easy understanding. CU measures the amount of API in each dosage unit, and uniformity of weight or mass variation. Weight variation measures the total mass of each unit. So you can take some notes from these tables and slide to understand. Now, once again, we will go through this slide as a revision. Uniformity of dosage unit, it is like a UoW only, uniformity of weight. UDU or uniformity of dosage units, UOD, it is also termed as UOD. So it is a general requirement for every tablet and capsule. Always perform content uniformity testing for all the formulations, whether these are in scale-up stage, EB stage, whether these are in R&D stage, because you cannot guarantee that the weight is meeting the criteria or meeting the requirement of mass variation, weight variation criteria. So my CU will be passing. Many of the times I have observed during my experience that weight variation is well within the limit, but still the CU is failing because there are chances of segregation. The weight is maintained by the tablet press or tablet compression machine, but the API get segregated. So uniformity of dosage units is a regulatory expectation for dose uniformity. CU is mandatory for all the products, for low dose especially and potent drugs. Always go through the stratified sampling and evaluate the product, develop the product, demonstrate the consistency of the manufacturing process on the products like tablets and capsules. Many of the times the sachet formulations, like you are making the granules or powder plane and filling into the sachets, these are also tested for the uniformity of weight and uniformity of the content unit, uniformity of the content. So CU is directly linked to the weight. Weight is also directly linked to the blend uniformity, and all these things are related to the process. These are mandatory to be demonstrated and mandatory to meet the requirements of the quality. This was the information for content uniformity, uniformity of weight, or uniformity of the dosage units, or you can say the uniformity of mass. I hope this video will give you information. Keep on watching the videos on this channel so that you can get the good information, you can get the knowledge and apply it in your professional life. Thank you.